Hi everyone, we are Group 10 and we're evaluating T.A.S.K, Teens Against Spice K2.
The program T.A.S.K, which stands for Teens Against Spice K2, serves to minimize the use of Spice K2 in the South Bay region. Their purpose is to educate teens about the dangers of K2 and to increase community awareness of synthetic marijuana.
The purpose of this quasi-evaluation is to compare the effectiveness of the program T.A.S.K to the synthetic drug program that has been conducted in the South Bay Union High School District. Effectiveness will be determined by the program's ability to complete its goal and purpose by the end of the intervention by measuring the outcomes. Comparing the results of both programs will allow the school district to determine which one was the most effective for the targeted population for future interventions.
The conceptual model used by this program is the health belief model. The focus is to get teens to say no to Spice K2. This was done by first changing the teens' original perception of the drug. This was accomplished by emphasizing both the dangers of synthetic marijuana and that teenagers are at highest risk. The next step was to promote the health behavior through education, activities, and by sharing stories from K2 users. Once the teens felt they were threatened by this behavior choice, it was time to acknowledge the benefits and barriers, being alive and healthy versus curiosity and peer pressure. As a result, less teenagers reported using K2.
We will be measuring outcomes subjectively through surveys that will be applied before and after the intervention. This will assess the participants' knowledge about the drug among the experimental and comparison groups. For the pre-survey, we will measure the participants' knowledge about K2 and the health risks, consequences, and if ever used or experimented with. The post-survey will be given after the intervention to determine if their knowledge or interest in the drug had changed.
The main outcome is to make teens more aware of the dangers of K2 so they are less likely to try it. We will measure this by determining their knowledge before the program compared to after the program has been implemented. An example of a nominal question would be, now that you know about the consequences of spice, will you still use or try it? Yes or no. An example of an ordinal question would be, after this program, how likely are you to say no to K2? Very likely, likely, neutral or not sure, not likely, never.
For our T.A.S.K program, we'd be using a quasi-experimental post-test research design. The Sweetwater Union High School District has already chosen and pre-tested 100 students from each of the 6 high schools within the district to participate in the program and has received intervention before we were called to conduct external evaluation. The pre-test design has already been done, giving our team no control for the factors that affect the validity of the results. The high schools participating in the intervention include Southwest High School, Chula Vista High School, San Ysidro High School, Castle Park High School, Olympian High School, and Eastlake High School. We will be comparing 600 students who received intervention to that of the 700 students from other high schools who did not participate in the program. The comparison group consists of Bonita Vista High School, Hilltop High School, Mar Vista High School, Montgomery High School, Otay Ranch High School, Palomar High School, and Sweetwater High School. After the post-test, we would evaluate the results and determine the differences in those students who participated in the program and those who did not.
For our evaluation, we will be using the quasi-experimental design. This type of evaluation is suitable for this project because it aims to evaluate the intervention without random assignments for the group. Also, comparisons are made only on the experimental and the comparison groups. Quasi-experimental design can be used in both pre-test and post-test measurements, but in this case, we will be focusing on the post-test design since the Sweetwater Union School District invited us to come in after the intervention has been done. On the chart, the experimental group received the intervention. That is what the X is for. These groups are the 6 schools that were selected by the school district to have the intervention. On the other hand, the comparison groups are the remaining 7 schools that did not receive the intervention. Since we will be doing the post-test design, our measurements, which are the O's in the chart, will begin after the intervention is completed.
Our evaluation timeline consists of the intervention, then the conduction of surveys from our school sites. That concludes our presentation. This is Group 10 and thank you for watching.